Hi, Internet. What is that? Atrium. Part of the reason I'm doing a walk and talk today, I kind of wanted to follow up on this guy for a minute. I know you guys like my walk and talks, and I haven't done one in a while. So, despite it being Woosah week, tonight's also a special day. Tonight's also a special day. Today is also a special today. Today is also a special today. We can't talk. It's windy and a little bit chilly. Not too bad. But yeah, tonight at 9 o'clock Eastern, these guys are doing a drop/pre-order. So they did the drop or pre-order a couple weeks ago, 3-4 weeks ago, maybe that far. I don't know. And so a bunch of those got shipped out, but they had made a few extra, and they're doing a drop on those. Excuse me, for stainless steel, copper, and brass. Now, they're also doing a pre-order for titanium tonight. So the titanium will be available tonight, but not for pre-order. And I'm not 100% sure about the titanium. But everything else, those are going to be the last times you're going to be able to get the prices that they're currently offering these at. So, and that's kind of also partially what I wanted to talk about in my walk and talk. So, but first things first, let's talk about the polish I did on this guy for a second. So I put a hand polish on this. When I saw this form factor initially, I was like, oh, that would look good polished. Oh, that wind has got to be terrible. I'm sorry. But again, you guys don't like hear me complaining about it, so I'll figure it like this. I'll stand still for a second. So I saw this profile. I was like, oh, polishing on this would be so good. Let me tell you, it really is. It's taken the spinner up a whole another level for me. And again, personally, it's a couple factors. One, I like a polish. Two, I like spinners that I've customized. And three, in particular, the hand polish feels a little bit different than most other polish finishes I get. At least to me, feels just a little different than when it's polished from the factory or from the maker. So, for me, this is just taking it up. I've got pose blade cocoons. I was going to say plural, but I've got a pose blade cocoon. I've got a titanium tri-portal. I've got the talismans, and all of those are good. But I'm still, and I think it's partially the novelty of the polish and that it's fresh. But I'm still wanting to grab this a lot. So I was kind of glad I wanted to talk about this today, so I had a reason to bring this and spin this. So I'm finding this is fighting for pocket time with the W Proxima, is that it? Which I know you guys are waiting to see a review on. I wanted to finish up Woosah week, and we'll get to that next week. So next week we're looking at probably doing the talismans and that W Proxima, and then the stuff I got on loan from Jomo. So probably a Axis Micro and that sort of stuff. So. Yeah, so anyway, really digging this guy. So I kind of wanted to get that across and let you know that you definitely want to get on the drop tonight. So the drop tonight, 9 o'clock, it's got a brass for 40, a copper for 41, and a stainless steel for 44. Now, I believe the titanium was something like 60 to 68, something like that. And again, I don't know if the pre-order price, that's going to be still the price. But I do know that the first 40 orders that get placed tonight are going to get that bearing tool, and then after that, I know they had run out of the bearing tool. They didn't get enough manufactured. There was some issue along the lines. I think it was just they didn't get as many made as they had planned on getting or were trying to get. I can't talk today, Internet. It's probably because I just spent almost an hour in the car talking nonstop doing that Woosah, but it is what it is. So I kind of want to talk a little bit because they're going to be raising the prices a little bit. And I don't have the prices offhand, but they're going up a little bit in the range of, I think, probably about $10 to $12 each. Now, when you look at the unboxing that I did, there were a lot of little goodies in there, and it just felt like a bit of a steal, to be honest. It felt like it was a really good deal, and it was. So I think, they were very upfront and honest with the community about like, hey, we got to up our prices on these, and I think it's still worth it at that price. So, and I kind of wanted to reference something that Magnus had said in some of his videos. If you guys know, or maybe if you don't know anyway, there's a YouTube guy, Magnus, he kind of got real popular right when the spinner game was coming out, because he was kind of a DIY, not even a DIY, but he had a machine shop and a machinist and all kinds of things, and was doing a lot of his own sort of like spinners, like let me get my water jet cutter and cut up some titanium and make a bunch of spinners. And you know, he also does mechanical pens and pencils and pocket clips and all kinds of things like that, but he does like a really nice finish on titanium, and he is a bit of a perfectionist. This wind. It's also a problem for me because my hands are freezing. Alright, we're gonna go back this way. I gotta go back to work anyway. But anyway, so he was a bit of a perfectionist, and anyway, I like his videos, I like his style. That's not really what we want to talk about. But he did say something that made a lot of sense to me, and I never really thought it before. And he was talking about how he had to raise some of his prices. And he said that your prices have to be first and foremost fair to you as the manufacturer, as the maker, as the seller. And I never really thought about that before, you know? So like sometimes we might get up in arms like, how dare you raise the prices? But you know, there's a lot of things that come into it. You know, when these guys were doing this guy, I don't think they considered in all the logistics that have to do with, you know, putting the orders together and shipping and the man hours and time it takes to do that, right? Like, I go nuts when I have to put together, like, I do a giveaway for 10 spinners and I got to get envelopes and all that sort of stuff sorted out. Like, it's actually a bit of a nightmare and it's a lot of work. So if you're putting together like an order of like 200-300, see how long it takes you to stuff one envelope and get it labeled and then multiply that by 200. So all that stuff adds up. So I'm not saying like that's the reason for the price increase or anything like that, but the cost of materials, the cost of work, the cost of machining, the overhead, and then at the end of the day, you still have to make money, right? It's got to be worth your time, right? Like, I don't know what a good going rate is for, I think they were in Taiwan. You know, I don't know what a good hourly rate is for, you know, to be worth your time over there, but, you know, like that's got to get factored into the price, right? Otherwise, why am I doing it? It's not a charity. You know, I need to put food on the table. So, you know, I think they're being real upfront and honest, and I just kind of wanted to put my 2 cents in to say, I'm all on board with that. I'm behind. I'm behind you guys for that. So, so I appreciate, you know, the love I'm seeing from those guys. And again, they're really good. Tom's out there. He's talking to people. He's chatting with people. He's in the community. So, I hope his success continues. And for anybody that was thinking about it, get in tonight. And if you don't get in tonight, don't feel bad. Don't be like, well, I'm not getting one because I can't get it for $44 now. Yeah, it would have been great, but almost think of it like, I'm kind of looking at it as like a Kickstarter, right? When you get it on a Kickstarter, you usually get it cheaper than the retail. Same sort of thing. If you missed out on the Kickstarter, you missed out on the Indiegogo, well, you're getting it in retail now. So that's all there is. So it's a great spinner. So yeah, that's it. I'm gonna leave you with that. We're gonna go back to work and upload this. So kisses, guys.